I don't do distractions. I'm coming back in.
Yo, what it do? It's your boys, Juice and Lou. We back here with another episode for y'all, man. You already know what we here to talk about. New week, new NFL, man. New NFL. The NFL, not the NBA, a little lit. You know, Curry, my man, Curry just dropped 50.
And I
What
tell you,
else?
MVP, and I try to tell you, best record in the league right now. 91.
It's tough. It's tough. You got Markieff Morris and Jokic going at it. You know, Jimmy got one all the smoke. I don't know. You got the Lakers. What would you say the Lakers are without LeBron? They're like a varsity team, a JV team, an AAU team. What'd you say? I
For
don't
sure,
know.
AAU, because it's just freestyle.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Even though I saw some videos, should Rondo be starting? People saying Rondo should be starting for the Lakers, but hey, that's a story for another time. But we here with the NFL talk. So before we dive into what we actually going to talk about, we got some questions from you guys that we're going to answer. So let's go ahead,
Yes,
JD.
sir.
Let's get into it.
So I got 3 questions. The first one is from my boy Nate. Shout out Nate. His question is, where do we think Otto Beckham Jr. will go? As of course we all know, he got released. Like I said, he would get released like a week before he got released too, and it happened. He got released by the Cleveland Browns, and he's on the free agent market officially at 4 p.m. on November 9th. He can be picked up. So I'll start with you, I guess. You know, where do you think he's gonna go?
Well, think about what he said. He said he wants to go to a contender, and then he chose Seattle as a first destination. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he said Seattle was his preferred destination, and then he said other destinations that he preferred after Seattle was the 49ers and the Saints. So I'm just like, Niners not a contender as of now. They're not. Saints QB problems. Seattle defense, and then the inconsistency of receivers. I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess Seattle's a good pick, but if I had to choose where he would go, top 2, I'd say. Well, if I'm Oakland, I'm throwing everything at him to get him. If I'm Oakland, I'm throwing everything to get him. So I'd probably go with Oakland.
It's Vegas.
I feel like Oakland. Vegas. I'd go with Vegas. I feel like the Chiefs are somehow going to be in there for some reason, just to make him a number 2. If they get him, that Chiefs offense is man. NFC team, Packers. Packers may go after him. It's tough. But if I had to say anybody, probably Oakland. Oakland. Why I keep saying Oakland? I say the Raiders. I say the
2017.
Raiders.
All right.
I think Raiders.
For me, oh man, he said contender. I don't really like his list. In Seattle, Russell Wilson is probably gonna play against the Packers this weekend, and Aaron Rodgers, he did get COVID, so they have to see by Saturday. I heard if he'll be able to play. But for me, bro, just go play with Aaron Rodgers, Odell. You and Devontae. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. That's another threat defenses have to worry about. Opens up the run game more for Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon. Bro, that's easy. That's an easy fit for Odell. They're pass heavy too, of course, with Aaron Rodgers. I like the Raiders' destination. He would easily be the number 1. with Waller, Hunter Renfro. They still got Josh Jacobs running the ball. Derek Carr having a pretty good season, even though they just lost to the Giants this week. But the Raiders seem like they're dysfunctional right now. They got a lot of issues going around in that organization, starting back then with John Gruden. But the second option for me would be the Rams. The problem with the Rams, though,
Oh, wow.
the problem with the Rams is he would probably be the third option behind Kupp and Woods, getting the ball at least because it would take him a little bit to learn their
Nah.
system. He won't be the third?
Well, I feel like maybe when he gets settled, he'll be the number 2 over Woods for sure. When he gets settled, though, I don't think he's gonna stay a third option. I don't think he's gonna go to a team to to whole solely be a third option unless he's ring chasing. That's what I think.
Okay. I
I
mean,
think they
yeah,
got the
there's
money for him.
who the Rams.
Yeah, they got everybody else and their grandmothers. I don't think they're gonna get him.
Well,
I don't know.
we'll see. I mean, like I said, Packers should easily be his first option. I don't know why he wouldn't go there.
It would easily be the best quarterback he's ever played with. So,
Okay.
why not?
All right. The second question, and the third one's both from the same person. My boy Ty. The second question he had was, are the Chiefs making the playoffs this year? Now, they pulled off a 13-7 win over the Packers without Aaron Rodgers, with Jordan Love starting his first start, and he didn't play pretty good that game. He struggled to get going, and of course, Devontae Adams didn't have a good showing. I mean, everybody knew he wanted the ball to go to Devontae, but they lost, and the Chiefs only put up 13 on the Packers. Oh, A-Rod, that's interesting. I think they still are gonna make playoffs because the AFC, they're so wide open right now. We're gonna talk about the AFC later, but they definitely still have a shot at playoffs at 5-4.
They don't make playoffs.
Oh my God!
Let's be real.
Why don't they?
Even if they made playoffs, it'd be last. They'd be the 7th seed. Listen, bro. We already know about your defense. We already know that it's atrocious. We already know the offense is figured out. But we went into this game. Oh, you're playing the Aaron Rodgers Packers. You should have no problems. Packers put up 7 points. Okay, Jordan Love, fine, yeah, cool. He put up a touchdown and like maybe the last like what 8 minutes of the game. Yeah, okay. You only put up 13 points.
0 in the second half.
0 points the whole second half. Was Jair playing? No. He was out there going against Kevin King, putting up 13 points. Jordan Love threw more than Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes threw for 166. Jordan Love threw for 190.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I just can't. Like, the Chiefs is not, this year is not it. It's just not it. I feel like if Tyreek Hill didn't get that first down and the Packers got the ball back, do I think they would have got up the? Do I think Jordan Love would have led a game-winning drive? No, but you shouldn't be in that predicament. Your roster's probably the most talented roster in the league. You shouldn't be this close to Aaron Rodgers' Packers. It shouldn't be like this. Man, it's just like, and I'm looking at other teams. It's like Maybe they got the same record as the Patriots.
Yeah, Patriots are hot right now. Defense is
Patriots
playing well.
Patriots look really good. Can the Patriots make playoffs? Hey, we'll get into that later. But the Chiefs
You
are in
don't
trouble.
see them. You don't see the Chiefs making it this year.
The Chiefs are in trouble.
That's an insane thought. All right, you already said their schedule. I mean, they play the Raiders this week. Like you said, they probably split with the Raiders. I'd probably agree with that. They play the Cowboys next week though, at home. Definitely going to be a game to watch. They play Denver, who's the same record as them. And then they
That's
play
even
at the Raiders
worse.
again, and they play the Chargers. Always going to be a fun matchup. And the Steelers, whose defense, of course, is there, but the offense is starting to a little bit look good.
If
But we'll see.
Denver doesn't go mental, all those games are losable for the Chiefs.
Every team does have a chance.
If Denver doesn't completely lose
Any
their
given
mind,
Sunday.
they have a chance. Yeah. I mean, with the Chiefs, I don't think it's any given Sunday with them. I like this year, it's not any given Sunday. It's just like you're playing terrible. You're just playing terrible. That's all it is.
Oh, my goodness. And the last question Ty had was, are the Cowboys pretenders or contenders? After a 30-16 loss, where they were down 30-0 with I think 7 minutes left, they put up garbage touchdowns. Was that loss just a get over it loss? Or was that something we should look at the Cowboys and be like, they're gonna win the division but lose first round?
They're that's what I think. I think they're going to dominate the division because there's nobody in the division. And then you play like the Rams and get smacked. That's what I think. You play the Rams, you play the Packers, play the Bucks. I mean, let's be real. The three teams I just named, I don't think they're gonna beat them. And then
Cardinals.
I don't think they're gonna beat them. Who else? I'm missing somebody. Um, I
Right
don't
now, it would be
know.
Saints too in there. They would make
They
playoffs
could
right
beat the
now.
Saints. They could beat the Saints because Jameis Winston's not there, and the Saints just lost to the Falcons.
Yes, they
So
did.
I will give the Cowboys the edge over the Saints. I'll say I honestly think they're pretenders. It's always been like this. They come out, they look good. Oh my gosh, we're gonna be so great this all year. And then it just slowly spirals downhill. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's coaching. I don't know if it's the owner. I don't know if it's play. I don't know if it's play calling. But it's like there's no reason for you to. I mean, the defense got significantly better. I don't know if that's a stretch of a word, but they did get better compared to last year. Way better.
Yes. Yep.
And you getting smoked by Teddy Bridgewater and Javonte Williams. Getting smacked. I don't know. Maybe it
Javon
was just an off
Diggs.
game for them. Maybe it just was an off game for them. I don't know, man. It's just, but I will call them pretenders because I've always thought they were like pretenders. So,
All right.
yeah.
Well, I still think they can contend. For them, I think it was just an off day. It was Dak's game back off injury. No, it takes time sometimes. It takes a game to get your rhythm back going. As you can see in the fourth, they clearly turned something on, like 7 minutes left. But obviously, too little, too late. The defense did get better, but it's not as good as I think people have it out to be. Trevon Diggs, he's an aggressive corner, so you can easily beat him with a double move like they did with Cortland Sutton on Sunday.
100%.
and against the Patriots. But their schedule favors them to have a high seed in the playoffs. I mean, play the Falcons next week, winnable. Chiefs, winnable. Raiders, winnable. Saints, winnable. Football team, winnable. Giants, winnable. Football team, winnable. Now, of course, I really don't see them winning the next 7 games. I just said they're not going to 7-streak that, but they could easily have by the end of these next 7 games a 10-4 record. 10-4 record. They're 6-2 right now. 10-4 in the NFC. Obviously they're going to win the division, but they get either the 3rd seed or the 4th seed. I mean, the Packers probably have a better record. Cardinals right now on top, and then I don't think. I mean, it comes down to between the Bucks and the Cowboys with the 3rd and 4th spot, the top 4 seeds. But I think they can have a favorable playoff matchup, like you said. Oh, the Rams, they meet them first round. That would be tough. But I could see them being the Saints. Definitely could see them being the Saints. And maybe the Vikings go on a streak, make playoffs as a 7th seed, or even, the Bears lost last night, so it's going to be hard for them to do that. But
Yeah.
I think it's all about matchups for them. Saints is a good matchup for them. The only teams I wouldn't say is a good matchup is I definitely think they can beat the Bucks. I think they could. Like opening night, they probably could have done it, but of course, miscues and penalties, they didn't. But I really want them to avoid that NFC West division, Rams and Cardinals. That's where problems would occur.
Yeah.
But all right, moving into Week 9 now. Week 9, there was a couple interesting things that happened. Now, there were 5 teams who were underdogs and won. I'm going to start with the Bills and Jags, of course. Jags upset Bills 9-6 at home. Josh Allen beats Josh Allen. Fumble recovery, a pick, and a sack. All on quarterback Josh Allen for the Buffalo Bills. How do you feel about the Bills right now? 5-3. They lost 2 out of the last 3 games.
People call me insane. I thought the Bills were good, but let's stop treating them like, the greatest things in sliced bread. Come on, bro. 264, 2 picks, threw the ball 47 times, only put up 6 points against the Jags. I think you know where I'm going with this. I think you know where I'm going with this. Let that be. I ain't going to do it. I'm going to do it, man. Listen. Oh, also, Josh Allen led the team in rushing as well. But let that be. Go do it. Man, listen. Trevor Lawrence only put up 118 points. Who is C.J. Beathard? Who's that? Is that the backup?
Trevor Lawrence did exit the game late.
So you lost to a backup.
He really didn't have to do anything.
Man, all you had to do was end the game, and a lot of backups can't do that. So, not only did you lose to Trevor Lawrence and the Jags, you lost to C.J. Beathard. This is they supposed to go to the Super Bowl. People were saying, "Oh, Diggs versus Diggs in the Super Bowl with the Bills versus Cowboys." What?
That would be funny. That would be special.
Man, listen. I guess we could call it any given Sunday. But if they lose again, who they play next week? Let me see. The Bills play Jets. Listen, man, the Jets
are not looking too bad. They're fighting.
They beat the Titans. they beat the Bengals. Both very good teams, high teams in the conference. If they come out and even fight against the Bills, if they beat the Bills, sheesh. But if they fight, like make it a game, let's pump the brakes on the Bills. After that, let's pump the brakes on the Bills.
Okay. We are obviously see like how you feel about Josh Allen, the quarterback.
Man.
Another upset was the Falcons we talked about earlier. They beat the Saints. The Giants are now 3-6. Beat the Raiders with an upset. And you had the Tennessee Titans 2016 over the Rams with an upset win. And the Broncos, of course, we already talked about. Cowboys, but obviously the Pats are starting to heat up. 24-6 beat Carolina team who started out 3-0. They are now 1-5 in the last 6 games. The Cleveland Browns without Odell blew out the Bengals, who are now 5-4 and lost 2 straight games. Do you think the Browns are back, or the Bengals are back to being the Bengals?
It was a little of both, but majority Bengals back to being Bengals. Like, not only did you lose to the Jets, you come back and get spanked by the Browns. I mean, granted, the Browns, Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward ran back a 100-yard pick six, but hey, can we call it a bad game by the Bengals? Call it a bad game, but back bad games. Last week I thought it was a fluke, but I thought this game was going to be at least competitive. It was just after that pick six, it was like all Browns.
Yeah.
After that, and then it's just like nothing is bigger than you have to do much. Shout out Nick Chubb though. Shout out Nick Chubb, 14 carries, 137 yards, and 10 yards per attempt. 9.8, might as well say 10 yards per attempt, and then 2 touchdowns. And they're glad to have him back. I'll tell you that right now, because without Nick Chubb or Kareem Hunt, this team is done.
Yeah, I think
Giannis
the Browns,
Johnson is cool, but not enough.
Yeah. The Browns definitely. I feel like they improved without Odell. I don't know what it is. It's the stigma for Baker. He plays better without Odell, but for Baker Mayfield, this was his highest passer rating game of the season, and like you said, he didn't have to do that much. All he has, I think, it's easier for him because it's more college-like. He doesn't have to focus in on a number one receiver. He can throw to anybody, get everybody involved. Just throw the ball, read defenses easier instead of worrying about, okay, where's Odell going? Like, what's he running first? And then look at everybody else. With this offense, they're able to just see the whole field and read the defenses better. So I think the Browns, they're definitely going to, in my opinion, pull out some wins. Like Kareem Hunt, he's coming back. Kareem Hunt's coming back either this week or next week. They're saying they're going to push it to next week. This week they play the Pats, though, a hot Pats defense. And then they play the 0-8 Lions. Then they play y'all twice in a row. And they play the Raiders. Then they play the Packers. So they definitely can still have a positive record of 5-4 right now. I just think in general, I do agree with they need the running backs, of course, because it's easy. It's easier for Baker. And for the Bengals case, I think the Jets loss definitely is still sad with them during that week. I felt like Joe Burrow, as soon as he did something wrong, it just continued throughout the game. And obviously they got blown out 41-16. But we'll see if they can bounce back. People still have them making playoffs right now in a wide open AFC. But speaking of the AFC, got to talk about a team, two teams in purple. Of course, the Vikings and Ravens game. Now, my gosh, I know someone over there is happy, but the Vikings were up big. What were they up? I think they were up at one point
24 to 10.
14. Oh, 24 to 10.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They ended up losing 31-34. Lamar Jackson, his third game winner, game winning drive for the season. And they have 6 wins. They're 6-2. So half his games are game winners. So that's impressive. After people definitely were saying he couldn't lead comebacks, he has led comebacks. Granted, the teams being the Lions, the Vikings, and Chiefs, but it's still impressive to come back either or.
And
Had
Colts.
226 yards throwing, more than Kirk Cousins, was 187. Had 120 rushing yards on 20 carries, more than Dalvin Cook with 110 rushing yards. Now I'm gonna give this to you, man. I know you're gonna like it. Is Lamar Jackson the MVP right now?
That's a question. What? That's a question. Come on, bro. Stop it.
Yeah, that's what the people want to hear.
Man. Obviously, I've been saying this. MVP number 2. Listen, right? I saw the MVP standings, and Lamar is like 6 or 7, and Tom Brady moved up to number 1. He even played. They had this is a list of people they had in front of Lamar. Kyler Murray didn't play. Aaron Rodgers didn't play. Dak, he missed last week. I don't know how. And then he came back and played bad and lost. Who else was there? Who else was there? Matthew Stafford just got beat by the Titans. Tom Brady, I mean, he didn't play, but I guess, I guess that's the only person you could really maybe argue in front of Lamar. But to sum it up, everybody else should not have been in front of him because they missed a game. Because apparently missing games matters in the MVP season, right? I would assume so. So these people missed games, and then the rest of them had bad games. And Lamar had 387 total yards.
That's a lot.
Game. And the MVP vote. Let's be real here. We're down 24 to 10. Open the half with a kick return. Like the defense, this is probably the worst Ravens defense I've ever seen.
Taking some losses. Injuries.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, granted due to injuries. But as far as my eyes, as long as I've been a Ravens fan, I've never seen a Ravens defense do so bad. I've never get torched. I've never seen us miss tackles this much. Not be able to. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. But it just shows you how valuable this man is. Take Lamar Jackson out, we're easily have. Do we have one win? Yeah, we have one win. Easily. So it's like the disrespect to Lamar just because he can do things that your favorite quarterback can't do is crazy. It's crazy. Even though I'm just, it's just crazy, bro, because Lamar had more rushing yards than both running backs for the Vikings combined. Crazy. And he had more passing Yeah, he had more passing yards and passing touchdowns than Kirk Cousins. Come on, man. The Vikings are a bad team. It's just bad luck. They're not a bad team. They're a real talented team. It's just bad luck. And
Yeah,
I know this.
luck is involved.
And I know. No, we played Miami on Thursday. And then we play the Bears. Then we go Browns, then Steelers, then Browns. Hey, man. Do I think we can win the conference? Yes, I do think we can win the conference. And I mean that with my whole heart.
So y'all think y'all the best AFC team right now?
Right now, yes. Well, us and Titans, I see we're even. But that win the Titans just had, the defense played good. But the
Yeah.
offense, like if the defense didn't play good, they would have lost. Because Ryan Tannehill didn't play good. 143, a touchdown, a pick. That's below average. If the Titans defense didn't show up, the Rams blow them out the water. It's just facts. They lucky that they were prepared, but I don't think it's gonna be like that for the future. I really don't think it's gonna be like that for the future. They play Saints, Texans, Patriots, Jags, Steelers, Niners. Dang, that's a pretty easy schedule. Dang, bro. Why they get an easy schedule like that? It's crazy. But hey, as I was talking, I got a notification that Nick Chubb tested positive for COVID. As we were just talking about Nick Chubb and how important he is to the Browns offense. And now
I mean,
he's gone again.
Kareem Hunt will be back next week though, as sources been saying. So they could go one game with Dearness Johnson again, LeBron's favorite running back.
We're gonna see. But moving on, we got the Chargers in a shootout with the Eagles. How do you feel about
Herbert
that?
played good though. Herbert played good
Her-
that game though.
Herbert played good, but
Granted,
why are you
I mean the Chargers defense has not been impressive so far. They have fallen to some teams that they probably shouldn't have over this stretch. I mean, they got an easy schedule coming up a little bit. They play the Vikings next week, Steelers, Broncos, Bengals, Chargers. Not Bengals, Giants. I mean, I think they can pull off some games. I still like the Chargers making the playoffs. Right now, they definitely have a shot at winning the division. The Raiders, like we said, lost to the Giants. And that's probably granted due to organizational issues right now with them. But
yeah.
Chargers, they'll be all right. I mean, any given Sunday, we seen the Jags. They just beat the Bills. They were 15-point underdogs in that game. So
Yeah.
I really don't have much to say. Herbert, 32 for 38, 356, 2 touchdowns. That's 2 passes or 3 passes off a perfect QBR. I mean, he's still balling out.
Is
Jalen
Keenan
Hurts,
Allen the number one again?
of course, he's always been a number one. What are you saying?
I mean, I don't know. Everybody saying the hype around Mike Williams is here now. So hey, I mean, they're not looking at Keenan Allen no more. But Mike Williams has been, lately. Been sticking it up lately. So
He's more.
all right.
I already said he's more of a deep threat and red zone threat for them. It's just Keenan is just the all round better wideout. I mean, it's clear as day is that.
Yeah, that's obvious. Yeah. Well, the last team or last game we want to get into is the Cardinals and 49ers. Cardinals, I would look at the score and I would think Kyler Murray played.
Colt McCoy.
You got Colt McCoy. But nah, let's not. We're not here to talk about Colt McCoy. James Conner went back like 3 years. He went back in time like 3 years ago. Went crazy. I think he
Leads the
had two
league in
touchdowns on the
touchdowns,
ground. He's the league in touchdowns. Yeah, I
11
mean, yeah, he
total
do.
touchdowns.
I mean, when you have 1 yard touchdowns, I mean, I guess it makes sense, you know. But
Always
this
hating.
game was different though. It was different. He had two touchdowns on the ground and one in the air, 21 carries, 96 yards, 5 receptions, 77 yards. Mind you, James Conner not a receiving back. He was never really.
Chase
Hey,
Edmonds
I need
wasn't
you to.
playing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't need you to be a. He wasn't really needed to be like, oh, I need you to go out there. I need you to catch a few yards, you know, and run, you know, yeah. But it's just like, I don't know. Do I think he can do it again? No. Granted, it was it's the 49ers. The 49ers are iffy this year. But it was a good
Right.
game by it was a good game by the running backs. All the running backs for the Cardinals was doing good. You had James Conner get two, Benjamin got one. Oh, the running back scored all the touchdowns. Oh, excuse me. The running back scored all the touchdowns. That's tough. The 49ers, you should be ashamed. You lost to two running backs. That's Man, listen, man. That's
Cardinals
all I gotta say.
defense been stepping up this year too. Quick note: the Steelers and Bears game on Monday Night Football. You seen the ref hip check the linebacker and call penalty? That's
I
been
didn't
blowing up.
see. I heard about it, but I didn't see it.
It's been blowing up lately, and Bears obviously are not happy about it because I'm pretty sure it
Yeah,
happened late in the game. I couldn't really watch it. I didn't watch a lot of the game. I did watch most of the first half though. Steelers looked like they were going to win easily. It was 21-6 at one point, but
yeah.
struggled lately. Justin Fields made a run, and they lost by 29-27 in overtime. I think they went to overtime.
Oh nah, it was late in
It was
regulation.
regular. Oh,
Yeah,
my bad. But yeah, they were up 27-26 with 40 seconds left, and then Big Ben got them in the field goal range, put them up, and won the
man.
game 29-27. But that's
Honestly,
it.
yeah.
Week
Honestly, Bears
9.
fans, it's okay. It's okay, Bears fans, because Justin Fields is showing progress. He's showing progress, so it's okay. Just gotta get some new, play designs. You know what I mean? But
Like
yeah, I
y'all.
think that's things going. Yeah, like us, just like us. Well, yeah, I think it's gonna wrap up this episode, you guys. I appreciate you. We appreciate you for tuning in. And hey, let us know if our takes are valid. Is my takes valid? His takes valid? Let us know down in the comments section. But hey, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn the post notifications on,
Share.
just so you know when we post, and make sure you share it with all your peoples. Next time we got the NBA talks, man. But until then, it's your boys Juice and
Curry.
Lou, and we out of here. Peace.